Everyone's got an excuse. What's yours?
How you doing, YouTube? This is Will from Will Development. This is my 40th weekly update. 40 weeks in, baby. Pretty cool shit. And I want it noted that although I've been quiet the last few, I'd say a couple months, honestly, I have a shit ton of videos in the stock, ready to go. So be ready for those, because they're coming out. Now, I'm going to just jump right into it. If you recall, last week I had a back injury, so I kind of took the last couple days of that week off, and I'm still kind of recovering from that injury I got. I don't like to use the word worried, but I'm apprehensive to say that I'm good for good now. I still feel a little bit of tweak here and there. I have a lot more of my mobility back, and I've definitely improved on my stretching a lot more. And I've added some isolation movements, some isolated movements into my workout, specifically centered around, ironically, my core. Things like planks, and I've even added some more explosiveness or explosive, also known as functional movements to my workouts, because as you know, I'm a huge fan of bodybuilding. That's my favorite style of working out and everything. But you know, I started adding some tire jumps and some, what's the other things I added? Some cleans and things like that, things I didn't do before that are more functional towards moving, and I've definitely improved my stretching routine to try to prevent and strengthen my core at the same time. I'm probably going to actually start adding some wall deadlifts to my routine, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically where you do a deadlift against the wall, but because you're so close to it, it forces you into proper posture, because you can't put your knees too far forward because you touch the wall, and you can't lean your face forward because then you touch the wall, so it forces you to basically come down the whole time in a good posture. And it helps strengthen your core, because deadlifts are one of the most important of the big four, and they definitely strengthen your core the most. I honestly think my back got tweaked from overhead press, because when I came back to do it, I was doing an overhead press and I went, oh shit, and my back hurt in that spot that got injured, like that one specific point. And that's when I realized I was just leaning back too much to try to compensate for the fact that my shoulders were tight, so now I tighten the core up and make sure my arms go back more, like that way. So that's what's that, and I'll just jump into the good stuff and be done with this, since I know you guys like the shorter videos. So body fat is still hovering at 9%, which is fine. That's, you know, my average. I knew once I got below double digits it would be slow moving, so to speak. Weight, I am at 169 pounds averaging this week. It's actually more like 168, but I'm calling it 169 just to make myself feel better that I'm just doing about a pound a week. I think I need to put more food into my meals, because this week I felt weaker, and I knew I would because of the whole week, basically the whole week off. But I also feel like I just haven't eaten enough calories to actually sustain myself, that I was eating just too few, to put it simply. Excuse me. And the workouts this week have actually gone pretty well. Like I just said, I was feeling a little bit weak here and there, but overall they've been going well. I'm getting back into my rhythm. Whenever I take a week off, which happens sometimes, it usually takes me up to 2 weeks to get back to where I was in terms of weight. And it usually takes me about a week to get back into my rhythm of it. So that's about it, you know? I guess I'll leave you with a thought. If you're injured and you're not doing something I tell you what, if you're injured like I am, and you're still working out like I am, because it needs to be an important part of your life as much as it is to myself, then you're like me. If you're injured, you need to add exercises that facilitate not only healing but strengthening and prevention of that same injury again, because an injury is nothing short of a sign from your body that you have a weak spot. My friends will probably laugh at me when they see this because I always boast about how strong my back is because I grew up on a farm. And my back is strong, but most of the lifting we did was from the floor or pulling this way. It wasn't really holding stuff over our heads so much. So that's my excuse. But you know, at the end of the day, it's not really about what my excuse is. It's more about what's your excuse.